So what we're not going to do is continue to perpetuate false ass narratives about this election because y'all are pissing me off. Now I keep seeing people crying about losing their friends and family. I don't understand that we didn't do this when Biden won. Biden wasn't trying to strip anybody of their rights. But let's go ahead and break this down, because one of the main narratives I've been seeing is that we need to accept that this is what the country wanted. This is clearly how everybody voted. We're overlooking that. Fuck all of that. That's not true, and you know it's not true. We can break it down statistically by demographic. Now, if we look at the U.S. population stats as they are now, it says that black people make up roughly 14% of the population. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but these are the numbers. It says white women make up 30% of the U.S. population, which means there are more white women in this country than black people total. White people as a whole make up over 70% of the U.S. population. So what we're seeing is not the manifestation of our collective desires for the country, it's white people's collective desires for the country. But you guys are convincing yourself that this is obviously what everybody wanted. No, there's just more of you. So your vote holds more weight, and you know this. You all live in your little echo chambers and convince each other that what you're doing is right, when historically you've always been on the wrong side politically. You've always voted to preserve white supremacy over the rights of other people. You voted against everybody who isn't Christian, conservative, and white, and then you still tell yourselves that you guys are on the right side. You're terrible fucking people. So of course you're gonna lose family and friends who know better, who actually give a fuck about everybody else in the country, because they don't morally align with you. You morally aligned yourself with the hate groups that I mentioned. The white supremacists, the Ku Klux Klan, the Proud Boys, the neo-Nazis. Like, that's who you associate yourselves with. Their vision for the country is your vision for the country, because you guys voted for the same thing. You want what they want. And you guys need to hear it like this so you can sit with it and understand why people don't fucking like you. It's not because you just like Trump, because that's not the only reason you voted for him. You all accuse everybody who voted of Kamala for voting in terms of identity politics. That's literally what you all did. You took a convicted felon who had no political experience prior to 2016, who was impeached twice, who has multiple baby mamas, 34 fucking felonies, and you said that's the person we want to lead the country. Nobody else could have done that. You wouldn't have given that to anybody else had they not been a white man, and you guys know it, and you need to sit with it. You're fucking racist, whether you want to say it or not. You are, because that's what you voted for. And speaking of terrible fucking humans, can somebody please tag me in one of these videos with these liberal leftist black people or whoever the fuck is supposedly threatening these southern people for voting red? Because I haven't seen any of that, and quite frankly, when the fuck has the South ever not voted red? Why all of a sudden would we be trying to jump people for that? That's a false, fabricated story. Y'all know that this isn't true, and y'all, what I think they're doing is pre-framing the narrative, because they already know that they're going to be out antagonizing people because they're so happy and filled with glee to have a racist commander-in-chief. So they're going to be out here fucking with people, and they know we're going to push back. That's going to be their excuse to pull out. That's why they keep emphasizing the fact that they carry. But this is the thing, you guys have this misconception about us. You think that because we don't walk around wearing our fucking political affiliations as our whole identity, that we don't practice the right to bear arms. We exercise our rights too, we just don't have to sit and talk about it. Y'all are fucking weird. You have this idolatrous worship of political figures, and that's strange. We aren't like that. We don't have to walk around with flags and shit everywhere. But I caution you to tread lightly, because don't assume that you're going to have the upper hand on somebody. You're not the only ones who are armed. And I've said this before, we live in a perpetual mental health crisis, and a lot of people don't give a fuck about consequences. So let's not do something that's going to result in more death than we're already going to see under a Trump regime. And while we're on the topic, if you happen to see me sitting in my car somewhere, I know that your inner overseer ass ancestors might want to tap in and come ask me what the fuck I'm doing. Don't. Because if you tap into your ancestors, I'm going to tap into mine, and they're going to tap the fuck out of you. And quite frankly, I don't have any say over the way that they choose to vindicate me, even if they use me as a vessel to do it. Keep that in mind. Nobody's playing with y'all. We're not afraid of you. 2016 and 2024 are very, very different years, y'all. If anything, you're going to fuck around and find out for yourselves while y'all trying to steal black colloquialisms. You're literally putting yourself in position to fuck around and find out. And it shouldn't even have to come to that. So stay in your lane, mind your fucking business, and watch your mouth. On some real shit, you guys are not the only ones who are armed. So let's not even take it there.